How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video. And last time I showcased Vegito, he was actually at Super Attack 1. And of course, this was a part of my Forgotten Unit series. And a lot of you pointed out how I should probably showcase them when they are at Super Attack 10, just because it's a better representation of what they can actually do. So I am going to go ahead and do so today. And I'm going to take on Boss Rush if I can find it. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day as always. And if you do enjoy today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. And the last time I tried him out, he was okay. I mean, he relied a lot on the orb changes, of course. And if I can find an LR Gohan friend, that's perfect. So there we go. And I am going to be pairing him up with Rage Trunks, just because Rage Trunks, of course, is an orb changer. Normally, you would keep Rage Trunks with LR Gohan because you, of course, want to give Gohan those orbs. So, like, in most situations, we are basically just making Trunks, like, a support unit. So, either way, they are hopefully going to work well together. Going to try to get him multiple scenarios where I have a support unit, support active. For example, I currently have the Super Saiyan Goku. Of course, it's going to be the buff Goku from the World Tournament, who gives a 25% attack and defensive boost. So I'm going to take that into account once I have particular rotation set up. But I'm going to put him in the last slot here. Wait. For my brain just stopped working there for a minute. I was like, wait, Rage Trunks, is that the right person? Yeah, that is the right person. So of course we have LR Gohan here. Super Attack 20. Actually, I don't know if the friend one is Super Attack 20. But yeah, if you want to showcase more, if you want me to showcase more units like this, let me know in the comment section down below. If you have anyone in particular, let me know, because I was just basically going through my box and I was like, wait, I actually have a lot of Vegito dupes. I might as well go ahead and try to get a Super Attack to 10, and I basically did the same with Buffy and such, because I just have like so many units that I most likely will never get to Super Attack 10. So, I mean, not Super Attack 10, I will most likely never invest orbs into, so I thought might as well get them to Super Attack 10 and make them somewhat usable and just show them off. Now, of course, we have Vegito, and if you aren't aware about, like, if you don't know what he does, so he's at Super Attack 10, causes supreme damage and gives a 25% attack boost to all your allies for one turn. He gets a 12% attack boost per orb obtained, and his link set is pretty decent as well. He doesn't necessarily have the greatest attack links, because, of course, he isn't the Super Saiyan, so he is missing out on Super Saiyan, but he does have Fierce Battle. I believe Power Bestowed by God is another one, but of course, he doesn't really share that with anyone on his team in particular, but his link set is decent, but of course, he is going to rely on the amount of orbs that he is going to collect. His attack stat at the moment is 32,000. So if you have a look at how many orbs we're collecting, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 orbs. So let's see how much his attack is going to go up by. His attack went up by around 50k. So that's not too bad. And of course, we have the LR Gohan as well, who is just so insane. The fact that he is self-sufficient as well as having a great link set like already just makes him completely broken. And of course, the boost from the Goku is active, so definitely take that into account. So with 8 orbs and the boost from the Goku active, his attack stat was around 355k, if I can remember correctly. I legit just forgot it straight away because I was focusing on the talking, of course. But Gohan should be able to take out this stage without any problems. There we go, and now going to try to get Rage Trunks paired up with the Vegito just so I can get a bit more orbs. And it would have been nice. Should I have brought a few orb changing items? I mean, I could have, but it's not exactly realistic if you think about it, because if I did in fact use an orb changing item, it's not an accurate representation of how many orbs I could potentially get consistently just by pairing him up with Rage Trunks. If I had someone like Wirus on my team, that'd be insane. Oh my god, Wirus and Vegito. That would actually be insane. And the thing is, Wirus is actually optimal on a Super INT team. So that's actually possible. You could go ahead and use that Vegito on that team. Granted, if you have LR Gohan majority of the time, you're going to be giving LR Gohan the orbs. But if you come up on a rotation where you have like maybe LR Gohan, Vegito, and then Wirus in that last slot, you could give Vegito those orbs maybe. How many orbs do we have here? Not as many as last time, I believe. See, like the orb placement can kind of screw you over here at times. So this is what, 5? So it's not as many as we got when the boost from Goku was active, which is kind of bad because I wanted to see how much the boost from Goku was actually making, how much of a difference it would make, but just under 60k with 8 orbs. So I don't think the boost from Goku made that much of a difference. Of course, going to have a look at his attack stat and can get a better idea, of course. So 250k with 8 orbs. So I think would 4 orbs really give him an additional 100k? Of course, the boost from Goku is going to be making a massive difference there. But I want to get back an accurate representation, of course. So I'm going to try to get that scenario again. I'll get 12 orbs without the boost from Goku, and then 12 orbs again, but with the boost from Goku. I think that's the right order. Gohan should be able to take him out here. And there we go. I wonder if they will ever release a Super Saiyan 2 category. You know what? Let me know in the comment section down below which category you want to see next. I really want to see just some sort of godly power category like Beerus, Rose, Merger Masu, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God Goku. That would be like such a fun category to play around with. Definitely would be my favorite team in the game by far. And it would just be fun to try it. Like, it would just be fun. Well, not fun, but it would be nice to have a good Beerus card. Now, El Gohan's going to go for him. Of course, we have Goku in the last slot, but it doesn't really matter too much here. And your placement isn't the greatest because we do have a decent amount of STR-type orbs, but the placement of the orbs are a bit weird to the point where I may not be able to collect as many as I want to because, of course, I want to get 8, I believe, or is it 12? I think it was 8. How many did I get last time? I think I got 5 last time. It was either 5 or 6, but I do want to get 8. We'll have the beast from Goku. Going to see how hard Vegito hits there, and then going to try to get the Goku back round. Actually, I think I just really need to get that amount of balls with Vegito, and then we can tell the difference from that point, of course. So, can we get those 8 orbs? I think it 4, 5. That is, in fact, 8 orbs. Perfect. So this is without the boost from Goku, which is what I wanted to try out, and that's perfect. Gonna grab his Piccolo. Now, how hard is he going to hit him? So the boost from Goku adds around 40k to his overall attack, and that was with 8 orbs. So let's try to get more than 8 orbs. If I could get maybe 10 or 12, that would be nice. And of course, you have to take into account that with more percentage system buffs, they're going to be hitting way harder. And because he does have a percentage type passive, his attack stat is just going to be way beyond what it is now. I honestly see him, pardon me, at super attack 10, like he is now, with the free ability buffs, well, no, just the free potential system buffs, I can see that attack stat maybe going up to around 400k. 500k maybe, it depends on who is on the field with him, but he's consistently going to be hitting for around 400k, and that's not bad for a unit like Vegito that relies heavily on nuking, but I do believe that he has a decent 12k multiplier. If I'm not mistaken, it's 140%. I could be wrong, because nukers tend to have a lower one just because they try not to make them too overpowered, even though they release Gohan, so I suppose, I don't know why they would try to make units less overpowered, but, okay, how many orbs is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 10. With the boost from Goku active, attack stat, okay, 92,000, so a bit higher than it was when we initially attacked with him with the 8 orbs and the boost from Goku active. But I really want to see if we could get his attack stat to at least 100k. That would be nice. And yeah, well, another thing I didn't really bring up before, I'm trying to get a lot in here, so I apologize if I'm saying a lot, but you have to take into account that in-type units don't have the crit free ability or the additional attack. They have the dodge, which can be nice on certain occasions, but that is something to take into account because if their free ability was crit or additional, their potential damage would be a bit higher. And this is probably the end for him. I would be very surprised if he survived this. And I'm going to try to get a Dokkan mode. That's just like something that I try to do every single time I showcase a unit. Just try to get a Dokkan mode just to see how hard they hit. And we are taking on a tech type next, so hopefully we can get a Dokkan mode there. And if we could get at least 10 orbs, that would be nice. It would definitely help out quite a bit. And that is a lot of orbs. That is actually perfect. Let's go for this. And how many orbs is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, it felt like a lot more orbs. To be perfectly honest, of course, the boost from Goku is not active. Keep that in mind. Because Goku isn't here, of course. And if I grab these in-type orbs, that should activate the Dokkan mode. There we go. Let me know your predictions in the comment section down below. And I just realised that my pancake popping up on the camera. Let me know in the comment section down below how hard you think Vegito is going to hit for if I had to give an educated guess. And of course, I missed it. I don't know how much this actually affects it. With a type advantage, I think he's going to hit for 1 million at the very least. With a Dokkan mode, he collected 10 orbs, no boost from Goku though. 1 million at the very least, maybe 800k. Yeah, 1 million, that's expected, to be honest. Frieza doesn't really have too much defense and type advantage, so that of course helped out massively. We have the Trunks now. To be fair, considering how he didn't get that many in-type orbs, if any, he is hitting pretty damn hard. Of course, that comes down to the fact that he does get a boost to his attack. Once you get into super attack 10, high attack stat, other key links, of course. Property multiplier. And Gohan is going to wipe him out without any problems. And there he goes. 2.8 million damage. This card is just so insane. I can only imagine how good he is on that STR Ultimate Gohan team. And I remember trying to take this on with an SDR team when my STR on JP wasn't very good. And I made it to the last stage, don't get me wrong. But I just got absolutely destroyed by Frieza. I could not do any damage at all. Even with my Mega Shenron. You couldn't do anything. I think that was actually before the potential system, or near the start of the potential system, where not everyone had dupes for everything, and of course it was kind of hard to get orbs. But of course now we're moving on to the Goku Black stage, where we are going to have a type advantage for the most part. So I think I'm just going to take on the first stage and end it there. But so far, Vegito, for a nuker, I think it's pretty damn good. And you have to take into account that the only real reason why he is performing as well as he is because I'm not giving Gohan any orbs. And of course, because I am pairing him up with Rage Trunks, because the majority of the time, you're going to be keeping LR Trunks, well, technically there is an LR Trunks. You're going to be keeping LR Gohan with Rage Trunks. So Vegito isn't going to have the luxury of getting all those orbs consistently. So he may struggle a bit when it comes to, I think I may actually need to try that out. Like, I'm actually going to separate the two. I was initially going to end it, but I want to see how he is going to perform without getting the boost from Rage Trunks. With the additional orbs, of course. Because normally the setup would be like this. Like, the orbs would be all over the place. You would maybe collect like 3 or 4 orbs with Vegito and just end it there. But, you know what? I'm going to try that out. Like, maybe till the end of this event, because it shouldn't take too long anyway, regardless of the type of advantage, because Gohan should be able to deal a nice amount of damage, of course. So, I'm going to put Rage Trunks in that last slot. Of course, he did change the orbs this time round. I'm collecting 3, 4, I believe that's 6 orbs. And his attack stat is at 74,000. Gonna grab these. And I'm hoping I won't die here. I shouldn't, because I have a ton of health. Okay, 120k. I may actually die here. I don't know. Am I gonna die? Because I kind of wanted to try out that scenario. I mean, Vegito doesn't give a defensive boost, of course. I think I may die. I think I'm going to survive, just about, just because Trunks has a decent amount of potential system buffs and his defensive stats kind of high. Yeah, okay. So, those potential system buffs coming in clutch here. And of course we have Piccolo giving a defensive boost here. We have Vegeta with the debuff from his passive. So I think that's pretty much him done. And of course he does a super attack. But the two should be separated next time. Vegito comes back round. And of course he gets super attacked. Well, the good thing about Vegeta is that he can get an additional, so that's going to kind of help. And he has a few crit levels, so... Right, what can Gohan do with a type advantage? And 470k, not too bad. And of course, the defensive boost from Piccolo is helping out a bit here. But as soon as Gogeta comes into the mix, you kind of do drop Piccolo, and of course the Gohan as well. It's a shame, because Piccolo does a job, at the very least. He does something. What link is that? It must be Saiyan Warrior Race. So we have the Gohan attack. We have 6 orbs with Vegito. And we have the super attack with the Goku. Okay. So this is like a more accurate representation of how the team would work if you weren't pairing him up with Rage Trunks. Because realistically, it's not necessary for you to be pairing him up with Vegito. Vegito is just basically one of those filler units if you don't have too many upgrade options. Granted, Vegito may be your hardest hitter in your team, or one of the hardest hitters in your team if you do not have LR Gohan. You may only have a Buhan lead. And of course, if you want to run a hybrid hero-villain team, you may have to run Vegito. Well, you don't necessarily have to run him, but he may be one of the units that you have at Super Attack 10, so that's one of the units that you want to utilize on your team. So you may want to pair him up with Rage Trunks if you don't have LR Gohan. But did I just separate them again? I think I'll put Rage Trunks in the last slot. No, it doesn't even matter, because we're going to see how he works without the help of Rage Trunks. So I'm going to put him like this. So he's collecting 5 orbs. I think, to be honest, consistently, what he is going to be getting is anywhere between 3 and 4 orbs. Because there may be some left over from when Trunks changes them. Because keep in mind that Like, the in-type orbs aren't always going to line up perfectly to the point where Gohan's going to grab every single one, and maybe a few that just, you know, manage to survive, so to speak, and then you can grab those up with Vegito. But for the most part, I do believe that you're consistently going to be getting around 3 or 4 orbs, and without the beast from... Oh, he dodged. Okay, that was a bit of a surprise. But without the beast from the Super Saiyan Goku, his attack stats going to be hanging around 250k to 300k, and that's a Super Attack 10, so it is kind of low for a Super Attack 10 unit, but oh dear, I didn't mean to do that. But keep in mind, it just comes down to the fact that his 12-key multiplier probably isn't the greatest, and the fact that he is a nuker doesn't really help out that much either. But overall, without Vegito at Super Attack 10, I think it's a pretty standard unit. It's pretty much what you would expect of a Super Attack 10 unit that can get, grab a decent amount of orbs, depending on who he is paired up with. And I would imagine that he's going to be hitting much harder with a decent amount of potential system buffs. I'm going to try to take out this event and then going to end it there. But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the video so far. And of course, if you are new, consider subscribing. And if you have enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, of course. And there goes that additional. Definitely go with additionals for Vegeta over crits, just because his attack stat gets higher and higher every time he super attacks. But going to finish us off with LL Gohan here. Maybe. I don't know if he's actually going to take him out. I think this is actually the first time Vegito isn't going to super attack. And forget super attack 2, I'm dead. He just would, unless he dodges. Well, oh, that my OCD. 1, 2, 3, 4. That could have been 5 and 6. Of course he did this. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video as always. And if you did, don't forget to leave a... But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video as always. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I hope you guys have a great day. And I will see you all in the next one.